Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome. Mix242 here. I pray it's not really noisy behind me, because they are still putting away their construction toys outside. Construction workers. Usually, by the time I make it to 3:45, they're done. It's Saturday. Don't you lie to me. It's Friday, Shade. Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Or Saturday, depending on what part of the world you're in. Yeah, so we've been having heavy-duty construction for the last month, and it's going to go on for at least another month, so... I'm in Japan, so it's Saturday. Liar! Well, happy Saturday to you, too. Happy Friday. Thank you. Old school drum and bass in the background. Still Life 2 soundtrack. Anyway, we're going to get back into Still Life. We're continuing our adventure of trying to solve this murder mystery. We had the murderer show up in the morgue at the police station. Victoria McPherson, our lead character, chased after him and didn't get anywhere. But he did leave a photo of possibly his next victim. We don't know for sure yet. Victoria's also been going back and forth, trying to read stuff that happened in a similar case that her grandfather took on as a private investigator back in the 1930s in Prague. So we keep going back and forth. Right now we're in Prague. Also in the last playthrough, we had to bake cookies with the most ridiculous recipe I've ever seen in a game. It wasn't like, you know, crack an egg, mix it with some milk, you know, add flour. It was like, add love. Put a pinch of commitment in it. You know, generosity. We need 2 tablespoons of generosity. We had to figure it all out. So I kind of didn't want to figure it out, though. I ended up using some hints. Because it was just wacky. I don't know how anybody would figure that out. A lot of people said they figured it out because they asked their significant others who bake, like, what could possibly be all the ingredients. I don't know. It was just a weird puzzle to solve. Anyway, we're past that. So we're back in Prague, and we're doing pretty good on that investigation. We just talked to the woman in the scrapyard who actually survived the murder. So we actually had somebody who gave us a bit of an account of who the murderer might have been. Like, she had somebody do a sketch based on her description. So that's what we have so far. All right, let's start this up. It's a little bit of a convoluted story. Hopefully you've been following along. If not, feel free to ask questions because I may not even have the answers, but I hope I do. This game has been pretty good. It's better than the first game post-mortem. And I'm enjoying it so far, story-wise. We should be finishing it on Sunday. There is a small chance we might finish it today. I don't know for certain. We'll have to wait and see.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Hey, Camilio, how's it going? Happy Friday. Good day? Yes, indeed. Today was a good day. Got a little bit of a promotion at work, a little bit of a raise. All I asked for, recognition. So for now, I'm a little bit happy because of it. So I'll leave it at that. When was, let's see, 421, 1819 at the police station. Yeah, this is where we were at. Yeah, it had been a while coming, and, you know, I've been really stressed out with work and being overworked and whatnot, so I'm glad they gave it to me. I had to fight for it, but I got it. So that, for now, I'm content. Let's leave it at that. It's all good. Okay, so we broke into the police lieutenant's office, because he wasn't giving us any answers, and we picked up 2 more crime scene photos. This one's from the burnt out town. Thank you for the host, Camilio. Appreciate it. And this one, I'm not certain. Picture crime scene. Picture of the victim found near the bridge. Okay, so we gotta go near the bridge for that. Let's go to the burnt out neighborhood first, because I think we have a better chance of finding what we might have missed there. Psychological analogy. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, crime scene photos. Okay, maybe we get some clues there too. Yeah, we will. We will. This whole chat are freaking suspects. Any of us in chat could have done it, and you'd be none the wiser, Nix. Yeah, probably. Probably. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Usually with the pictures, you compare them to the crime scene. Flash back and forth. And there was also the bridge. Okay, so we can go back to the bridge. Let's go to the burnt out neighborhood first. That's where the weird, creepy guy called the Coachman lives. I think this is the alleyway where one of the pictures was taken. Let's bust it out. Nah, things have been good this week. Last couple of weeks, things have been good. Ever since I finished that big project, I had like a month to rebuild the entire website at work. Like, once I finished that project, things calmed down a bit. Like, I feel more at ease. So. This is where Bruce's parents died. Exactly, Shade. Exactly. This is like the alleyway where they died in the first Tim Burton Batman. Alright. I think I gotta put it in his hand. And then he'll compare it. So, what we definitely need to see here is the difference between this photo and what's there now. First thing might be the manhole cover. I don't know if that's actually not there.
I don't see anything unusual.
Yeah. Put it back in his hand. There's a big difference between the two. Well, a subtle difference, actually. I mean, other than the fact that the people are there, the inspector's there questioning that woman. And the constable's also there. I would have thought it was a manhole cover, but it's not. Looks like there's water here, and there's like a reflection. The water's still there. A lamppost is there. It's harder because I'm playing the game at a larger resolution than you're seeing it on screen, so I might miss something because of that. I mean, it could be difference in the cobblestones for all we know. The light's off here, it was on there. Let's try the light. He's walking beyond
I
it.
don't see anything unusual.
This will give us our next clue. So these are the flashback scenes to, like, 1930s Prague. Gus is the grandfather of Victoria, so... She's reading his notes on this case in hopes of finding out information about her own case. Something between the two is different. Not the manhole cover. Also, the photo was taken at a different angle than what we're seeing here, so doesn't make it any easier. And we're 100% sure it's not the manhole cover.
I don't see anything unusual.
Be just about anywhere in here. Look at the water.
That bath was empty at the time.
Oh, okay.
This message was carved recently. Someone is leaving breadcrumbs.
Slut nose. What does that mean? Could very well be a reference to the woman in the photograph who was here. We don't know for sure. Basically, the killer is killing all prostitutes in the area. And in modern times, the killer is also doing the same, which is why Victoria is correlating this story there of her grandfather's case with the case that she's on right now. Slut nose. Let's go talk to the weird coachman guy. See if he's got any new info. Then we'll go to the next crime scene. He's not here. Okay. Alright, howdy goes. Let's go to the bridge. Crime scene number 2. Or number 3, actually. Gus has a bit of a third eye when it comes to these detective investigation.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Didn't we talk about you staying at home safely, behind a bolted door?
Yes, we did, but we also talked about me going to see the doctor.
Ah, yes, I remember that. So what did the doc say? Did he find the problem?
Well, yes, he did.
So what's wrong?
Can I ask you a very serious question?
Okay, now I'm worried. What is it?
How serious are we?
How serious? Well, why do you ask?
Just answer the question.
I'm sorry, Ida, but where is this going?
Do you love me?
Yes, of course I love you. Actually, love is too small a word. I lure you, I lurve you, I lobe you.
I'm pregnant.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, really. That's why I've been sick for the last couple of weeks.
I see.
What do you want to do?
Well, there's only one thing we can do.
Which is?
Let's get married.
Really?
Let's do it in New York. I have some friends and family that can help us get started.
Oh, Gus, you're wonderful.
just like that. Let's get married. God help her, she's lying. Well, apparently she's not lying. This is also, from what I've heard in the other dialogues in the story, in present day, this is not only his story about his investigation, but also the story of how he met his grandmother, or the girl's grandmother, Victoria, from present day time. So, but something happened, so we don't know that entirely yet. But they met. He's been smitten with her. I didn't think she really liked him, honestly, based on the way she was treating him. Like, I thought he was more in love with her than she was with him. But now she's pregnant, so hey, let's get married. That's how it was back in the old days, Nix. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He got married at like 19. There was nothing else to do at that point. I got this crime scene photo. This is the bridge. Let's get a bigger view of it. There's a dead body. So now we need to compare this to what's going on now in the scene. Let's see what could be missing. This makes it harder because it's a completely different angle. We got lucky with the water before. There's stuff right here on the floor. I can't really make it out in the photo, but let's take a look at it.
I don't see anything unusual.
Nope. Thing on the dead body, maybe?
I don't see anything unusual.
There's an ore here, and there's one in the photo, I think. More than one, maybe?
I don't see anything unusual.
Something in here. Yeah, this is kind of caved in. It's caved in the photo as well, so... We think she washed up on the shore, here, on the bridge. Not that she was murdered here, apparently. If I remember correctly. I wish these construction workers would just end their day. It's Friday. You hear that? Literally the whole house is shaking. Should have started the stream later, maybe. So what do we got? Can't hear them? Wow. It's registering on the on OBS, but if you can't hear them, that's great. I'm using OBS's CPU noise reduction feature. It's really good. know unless it's something in the foreground, but we don't see this in the actual picture. Could be something back here.
I don't see anything unusual.
You don't see anything unusual, do you? Gotta be something with the raft. Or whatever that is by the water with the paddles. Hey Eric, how's it going?
I don't see anything unusual.
Happy Friday. Trying to compare pictures and reality here again. Not over here.
Looks like the benches have been changed. Now where are the old ones?
Benches have been changed. Where are the old ones? What exactly does that have to do with the investigation now? Well, apparently that was the clue. The benches were changed. This is a sketch we have, possibly, of the killer, but the surviving victim identified. I have 2 ancient-looking metallic rings with smaller spikes found at the park's crime scene, found in the sewers of the burnt neighborhood. Alright, well... yeah, these benches are wood. The ones in the photos look metal. But who do we talk to now, though? The benches were replaced, maybe a junkyard or something? Yeah, we've been to the scrapyard, exactly. That's a very good idea. Let's go back to the junkyard real quick. There's also...
What kind of a moron parks there?
yeah, there's also a bit of a suspicion with this car over here, but we don't have anything that we could investigate it with. Yes, Bass. I murdered someone again, unfortunately. We probably had a hand in the murder. I don't know. That's a good point. Happy Friday, Bass. Once again, we found another murder victim. We actually found someone who survived.
Hey, Peter.
Hello, Gustav. I like your name. It reminds me of my father.
Oh, your father's name was Gustav.
No, Michael.
I can see why you would think that. Anyways, I need to ask you a question. Did you guys ever receive some old public benches?
You were right, Shade.
Yeah, we did. They're right over here.
Shade was right on that. There they are.
There you are.
Thank you, my very large friend.
You make me laugh.
And it's a good thing I do. I'd hate to be on your bad side. Actually, I don't know
Sunday?
what that's like.
Oh, because you gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear that. Elementary, my dear Watson. Shade, you have all the answers. That's what it is. Let's investigate them. There's probably dry blood on them or something. Oh, another ring. Look at that. It's a clue. What else? Is that it? Awesome. Okay, now the other clue was the slut nose, so it's got to be one of our female. Can I just go this way? Yeah. One of our female witnesses. Let's talk to this guy. Honestly, I never played or heard of this game. I'm just taking a guess. Well, it was a good guess. Very good guess. This game was originally released on Xbox. It had an Xbox release. Second game
see
too,
you
I
solved
think.
the dog problem.
Yeah. He's a very good, but very dangerous dog.
Oh, that's another thing. I forgot to limit the frames. The game's running at 1,000 frames per second. I gotta limit it to 60. Otherwise, we run into problems with the dialogue. Eventually. Yeah, I'll take a look at the ring. I examined the other two earlier. My guess is they fit together like some kind of puzzle, maybe? So, let me just limit the frames and we'll go back in. That's number one. Let me kill the soundtrack as well. Okay. I actually have 3 windows in this room, and all the blinds are closed. But now that we're getting closer to summer, the sun comes in at this time. So even though I block it out, it's still pretty bright. Behind me, somebody made the point that, like, you know, maybe I'm in heaven or something. But what happens is the sun goes in and out, so the shading changes. Basically, the room I'm in has no overhead light. I'm working with lamps strategically placed, and then I have the windows. So I'm trying to do my best. What I really should do is move my desk around, but there's not much I can do in terms of that. Because it would take me like a week to literally move everything around and get all the wires together. So unfortunately, there's a lot of light here today.
What is this place exactly?
This is our inheritance. Great, isn't it? Peter and me took care of this place after our father died.
How'd you get mixed up with a guy like Otakar, if you don't mind my asking?
When we were younger, Peter and me had a small operation going. Petty theft was our main business. This place is perfect to hide stolen goods. Anyways, Peter and me would get arrested from time to time. Suffice it to say, the thieving wasn't going good. We're not exactly good at blending into the crowd.
It's all good. You're not here to see my face anyway. You're here to see the game. I know I'm handsome and everything, but it's all good.
Did you guys ever wear masks?
Masks?
Yeah, to cover your face, to hide your identity?
No, we never did. Now, why didn't I think of that? Masks, huh?
I'm sorry I interrupted you. So how'd you hook up with Otakar?
Oh, yeah, well, we decided to work for him because our business wasn't going well and we needed money. Masks. We should have worn masks.
And
So, Otakar offered to pay us good money to protect certain investments he had in the neighborhood. And that's pretty much it.
You're here to admire the Funko Pops in the background? That's why you can't see them, right? Because of all the light? I would totally rearrange this room, but it's like half work office, half like storage. Once we move and I get like a better room to stream in, things will be great. As for when I'll be moving, who knows with COVID and market prices going up on the houses. I don't know. I get you. I get you. That's why you're complaining about the light, because of the pop toys.
did you ever think of doing something else?
Well, yeah, of course. No one wants to do what we do. We do it because we have no other choice. What I really wanted to do is open up a club. Not a joint, but a classy place, like I seen in pictures of New York.
Ah, I know what you mean. Huge classy joints where you have a host at the door that escorts you to a table and lots of different acts on stage from across the country.
Yeah. Also, a small orchestra that plays jazz music.
Yes,
Well,
music.
you never know. It could happen, right?
I would doubt it.
Yeah, who am I kidding? It's a dream itself just getting into one of them. Well, it was nice meeting you, Roman. I hope our paths cross again.
It was nice to meet you too. And, thanks for getting me out of jail.
Think nothing of it.
Well, we have a pregnant girlfriend, and we're going to marry her, and we're going to go back to New York. Why don't we bring Roman with us? And maybe his brother, too. Be one big happy family and own a club. But let's take a look at the rings. Well, first thing I notice about these rings is that there's nubs on them. There's 2 on one side here, 1 on that side. They're all configured different. This one has 4 equally set, east, north, south, and west. This has 3 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So I don't know if we can combine them. Guess not. Let's try. Maybe it's a different order for combining them. Yeah, we can't do that yet. Actually, since we're at it, let's take a closer look at them. It doesn't really seem to be anything engraved on the inside. What about this one? Yeah, the same. Just the nubs on the outside. Nope. This one too. I have a feeling they might belong to the killer, because there's been one left behind at every scene. So, let's talk to the young lady here. She's a surviving
Hi,
victim.
Valdana.
Hello, Mr. McPherson.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I have come here to chew bubblegum.
Wow.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Scimitar. Raiders, welcome. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Yes, you are, Scimitar. You're kicking ass. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing Still Life. Quite a departure from Might and Magic. I believe you finished the game. Which is very cool. Well, hi, Corwin. How's it going? Did you bake the cookies yet? Yes, we did. And we had to look it up because that recipe was incredible. Yeah, just beat it. Thank you for the raid, Scimitar. Let me give you a shout out. Hey, Amasiko, how's it going? If you're not checking out Scimitar, please check him out.
All right.
He's an awesome retro streamer. I've been following him for over 3 years, pretty much, or close to 3 years. 120 and still don't want to sleep. I'm here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we baked the cookies, and the cookie puzzle was just ridiculous because it didn't give you ingredients. It gave you...
Friendship.
Oh, thank you, Angry Pup. I gotta take that GIF and see if I can replace it with a picture of myself instead of Johnny Cage and put my autograph on it. I think that would be funnier. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, the cookie puzzle was like a measure of love, like a cup of love, half a cup of generosity, 2 tablespoons of commitment. It was like ridiculous to figure out. We got there. We got past it. So, for those of you who are joining us, we're playing Still Life. It's the first game. It's the sequel to Postmortem. Still Life follows the story of Victoria McPherson, who is the great-granddaughter of Gus, who was in the first game, Postmortem. Point-and-click adventure game. You're trying to solve some vicious murders that are happening in town. Something's bothering me about the rings next. Can I see them? Yeah, I'll bring them up in a second. Let's finish this dialogue with her, and we'll take
Do you know anything
nice
about
look
this
at them.
place?
No, not really. I've never been there before.
Okay. Thanks for the help.
Okay. So
How's the investigation going?
I'm making progress. It's slow, though.
Well, at least there's progress.
Again, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. The game takes place in 2005, and then it flashes back to her grandfather's story, which he had to deal with like similar murders back in the day in 1930s Prague. So that's where we're at now. We're in the flashback scenes. Let's take a look at the rings one more time. I don't know if this design has anything to do with it. This underlying design, I doubt it. There's no inscription on the inside of the rings. That's what I would have thought it would be. Look at the little horns. Yeah. There's 3, then 2, 4, I think. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one has 3. But this one also has 4. That's 4. And this one has 4 as well. Which means there might be another one. No, actually this one has 4 too. So it's 4, 4, 4. They all have 4. Maybe some code? Could be a possibility. We haven't gotten to that yet, I think. And if there's another murder scene, then there's going to be another ring. We don't know that yet, so... Let's go back. I don't know where our next stop is going to be. Probably the police station, I would think. Well, you solved the missing the case of the missing benches in the park, so that's always good. Jeff KPX, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We played Postmortem, not the last game. 2 games ago, we played Postmortem and beat it. And we played Enslaved, and now we're playing Still Life, which is the sequel to it. To Postmortem. It's a better game than Postmortem. Although the story in Postmortem, I thought was pretty decent. Just the ending was a little confusing. Where else do we go? Go to the park. Let's talk to her. She was one of our victims. Or,
Hello again.
not victims, but
Hello, Mr. McPherson.
witnesses, I think.
Can you help me out with something?
Of course.
I want you to take a look at this picture. Do you remember what happened that day?
Yes, I remember. How can I forget it? I'm the one who found Katerina. Inspector Skalnik asked me a few questions.
At that particular time, was there something out of the ordinary? Something you might have seen that struck you as odd? Or maybe something you know about the area that no one else does?
Well, the only thing I saw that seemed out of place is that Inspector Skalnik threw something into the sewers.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Did you see what it was?
No, he turned his back and he let something drop. I saw it fall between his legs. It was something shiny because it caught my eye.
It was the ring,
Thanks
wasn't
a
it?
lot for your help.
You're welcome.
Wait, can we show her the ring? Turns her back to us. Which was the ring? The sewers. This is the one from the sewers. Let's show it to her. Can't show it to her. Can't combine them. Okay. At least she gave us that much info. Let's go back to the police station and see if we could talk to Inspector... Oh, wrong place. Ask him about the rings. There were 3 crime scenes in all in this period. Each photo shows you them. Where we just were, where we questioned her, was outside of one of the other crime scenes. There's like a fountain on the other side. And that's where we found the first ring. The fountain has a statue attached to it, and it had the ring inside one of the fingers of the statue. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Talk to our friend here. Maybe he'll give us
Thanks. I got
access
what I
to the
needed to
inspector.
continue.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, not right now anyway.
Not right now. We don't talk to the inspector then? We go back there? Not gonna let us, right? Nope. Hey, Genie Rima. Genie Mania. Still room in here? Somewhat. I'm doing good. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. I saw you were playing some Sticks online the other day. Hold on a second. I just gotta send this message to my coworker who didn't realize it's Friday and it's an off day and I can't fix this. Last time we climbed through his office window, so let's try that. Hell yeah, Senor Jefe.
I'm definitely not going through there.
Yeah, he's not going through there. Let's see what's over here. Good. Got 4 days off. We'll be streaming Monday through Tuesday. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Welcome, Senor Jefe. This is what I hate about games that don't lock the cursor to the screen. My mom is visiting me, and she does geocaching. Tomorrow I'll be exploring the woods, trying to find some sort of capsules. Nice. I did geocaching once with a couple of friends. A lot of fun. We were out in Ohio when we did it. Oh, I recognize that run. There's the patented Kate Walker usual casual jog. Yeah, it's the same makers, so they probably use the same model. Mark's Place, the Old Chapel. Let's go to the Old Chapel. Let's talk to everybody we can. Sorry guys, just want to get my coworker off my back. Be right back, going to see what the lady in the red said. Rewind time. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, these are the same developers as
I don't need to talk to
Siberia.
him.
Don't need to talk to him?
I don't want to rip out my vocal cords just for idle chit-chat.
Okay, so we don't need to talk to him. The only other person I could think of talking about the rings with might be the lingerie guy.
I shouldn't bother him.
Shouldn't bother him. So that's out of the question. I found it. What'd you find? Let's go talk to Mark, the artist. He's the one who did the rendering of the
Strange.
culprit.
No one's there.
No one's there, obviously. God, I wish these construction workers outside my house would just go home for the weekend. They're just yelling and cursing at each other. Go to shore. Probably nothing here. The lady in red said the inspector threw something into the sewer. Is there a sewer around somewhere? It's in the... Ah, alright. It's in the burnt neighborhood? So it's a possibility. There's someone up there walking around. I don't think she's part of our investigation. There is a possibility that we may find something in there. I thought it would be the ring. But... Good Shade being the investigator here. Look at that. Let's go visit the sewers. Good job, Shade. Onward, Nix. Pat yourself on the back, Shade. Ah, there we go. Something's there. Another ring. There you go. Bingo. It's okay. We would have gotten stuck, I would have looked it up.
Strange. Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
Master of Shadows. Not Styx. That's a good point, and this was locked recently.
Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
Well, we do have lockpicks, and hopefully the lockpicking mechanic is the same as it was in Postmortem. How do I pick this lock?
Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
This is the lock.
Strange. Someone locked this recently.
It's not giving me the use object icon.
Friendship.
Brixina, thank you for following me. Appreciate it. I know you've been playing Might and Magic recently, like one of the early ones too, right?
Strange. Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
Maybe kick it? I don't think he has any action moves besides Hold on, let's take a look at these tools real quick. Lockpicking tools, a private investigator's best friends. But what use are they if we can't use them? Yeah, Might and Magic 3. Ready to enter the maze from hell. Nice. Nice. I heard you were trying to play the first Might and Magic. Senor Hefe was talking about it, and it's a rough game. From what I hear.
Strange. Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
Yeah, I get it. Someone locked it recently, but... Supposed to combine it with something? I would think the lockpicks open the lock. Alright. Maybe we can't do anything with it yet. Maybe it's a combination lock, and maybe the rings have something to do with it? That's a good point. Yeah, the first two are very time-consuming and hard if you're not used to old-school RPGs. Yeah, Senator was saying the other day that he recommends people start with 3 for that reason, but it would be cool to go back, you know, and just see the first 2. And see how they kind of started and evolved into like 3 and then Worlds of Xen and so on. Do the rings have anything to do with this?
Strange. Someone locked this recently. That lock is brand new.
We had bolt cutters, but we don't have them anymore. They're not in our inventory. We had bolt cutters when we were at the scrapyard. See how this is like a closed magnifying glass? I think if we could use an object on it, it would be like not fully a full circle there. We're lost. We'll figure it out. Yeah, 3 is a good starting point, but if you're crazy like me, you can start at 1. FA said he wanted to start at 1, but might be reconsidering that. Alright. Our friend the Coachman isn't here. He did deliver our future wife to us. Currently gauging my level of craziness.
Gustav,
Oh,
Yes?
cutscene.
I'm really worried for Apollina.
Don't worry. She's with Mark, the painter.
I know, but she should have been back by now. It never takes that long to model.
You've modeled for him before?
Yes, I did, and I didn't like it very much.
Why?
Well, I don't like him too much.
Was he mean to you?
No, actually, quite the contrary. He was always nice. Too nice. He just gives me the creeps. Anyway, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you just go and look at Mark's studio?
Okay, I'll have a look. And if Apollina's there, I say...
That Milena wants to talk to you.
I'll do as you wish.
Thank you.
Aha. It's Mark. Your friend Milena, Shade, tipped us off about Mark. That's what we need to pick, this lock with the lockpicks, not the one that's down there. Maybe we end up finding a key to the sewer system. It'll get us across.
Strange. No one's there.
Now we
I'll
use the
let myself
lockpicks.
in.
Now we have a reason to use the lockpicks, that's why. Lockpicking guide. Although locks varies in design and security, they all basically share the same mechanism. So this is going to be different than the last game. These lockpicking tools are easy to use and will work for most, if not all, types of locks. On the inside, locks are made of many small tumblers, which fall into 2 categories, the regular tumblers and the master tumblers. When a regular tumbler is pressed on, another tumbler would react either by moving upward or downward. If you release the tumbler, the reacting one will return to its original position. If you press on a master tumbler, it will lock itself and all subordinate tumblers with it. Alright. Important trick is to grasp the art of jamming tumblers. You hold a tumbler with one lockpick and press another tumbler with your other tool. If the reacting tumbler would be the one that is currently held, it will jam. A jam tumbler will not take back its position when you release the tumbler that made it react. If you want to unjam it, you just have to give it a tug or press on a tumbler that will force it to react. This sounds complicated. Spectre had the ring probably locked the sewer door, but Mark is the one who's supposed to be we're supposed to be suspicious of. We're missing something here, Detective Nix. I can feel it. Elementary, my dear Shade. Elementary. Because the tools are very delicate, you cannot press on more than one tumbler at a time. With a given tool, only the tool's head can be used to press on the tumblers. The key to lockpicking is get through by ingeniously finding a way to lock all master tumblers, thus clearing a path to the end of the keyway. Right-click the switch. Right-click the switch to selected lockpick. So I think what we need to do is create a straight line here, possibly to the other side. I can't remember which game it was, but this seems similar to maybe... Was it Arachnox? Anachronox that we had a lockpicking mechanism similar to this. I'm not sure I remember. I know there was a game with it. See, here's the thing. Okay. So then that goes downward. That pushes it up. Okay. Stop. Switch tool. All right. There we go. I think this is where we end up jamming it. Put that back here. Ah, okay. Nope. Nice. Okay. That's what we need to do for each one. Go across. See what happens if we touch this. That's what happens. Okay. Resets. Alright, so we can't do that. Note to self, never hire Nix as a lockpicker. Who needs to pick locks when you have keys? Alright. Let's try this. Can't let this go. Sounds like the construction workers outside left. That's good. Pull that out. Everything resets. Nope. I think we broke it. Now it's completely broken. Knock on wood, I've never done that. This is the first time for every time. Man. So... Okay. So that breaks that. We can't do that then. Bring this down. This one's up. This is kind of like a wall here, so we don't need to touch that one, I think. We're stuck there. This takes forever. We might have to look up the answer. I hate to do that. The idea is to get this bottom one, I think, all the way across, or the top one across. So there has to be like a straight line of just being able to jam it across. I believe. Yes, creature, we are lockpicking. Happy Friday. It makes no sense because that makes this one react. And then we're right back where we started. That's fine. Hold on. Screw this, just squirt some super glue in there and the owner won't be able to open it either. Yeah, that's the idea. We don't want Mark to get back in here anywhere. It's not going well. No, it's not. It's not. We haven't gotten past the first two tumblers. I know I've used this lockpick mechanic somewhere before. I just can't remember. Maybe it was Hitman. This is SpongeBob time cards. I think what I need to do is lower this one, but how? All right, a couple of more tries, and then I'm going to look it up in Universal Hint System. Ah, okay, I see. I see what we did there. So it doesn't matter which one I hold down, the tumblers or... Wait, so... it doesn't matter. Well, that's good to know. Resets them. Jeopardy theme song? Yeah, Jeopardy theme song would be really good right about now. If anybody has any hints, I'll take them. I can't mess with that. Aha. Okay. That opened that up. Alright, let's get some hints here. Because otherwise we'll be here all day. Anyone have a captive stun bolt tool Nyx can borrow? Or we could just knock the door down, but I don't think this character has the grittiness to do that. Still Life will, on UHS will tell us what exactly we're missing. I think this is chapter 4. We're at the end of chapter 4. How do I pick the lock in the apartment? Too bad it's not like Fallout where you have a choice to force pick the lock. Yeah, you don't have a... You have a skill to do that. Be patient with this puzzle. It is arguably the most difficult puzzle in the game. Ah. Or if you run out of patience, the full step-by-step solution is given below at the end of this question. The primary reason for the difficulty is in the explanation of how lockpicks work, or rather the confusing, stilted wording of the pseudo-explanation. Hardest puzzle in the game. Not cookie baking puzzle. This. How can anybody figure out how to bake cookies with that recipe? Beyond me. Confidence obliterated. Yep. And the regular tumblers, the master tumblers. I'm assuming these with the dots on them are the master ones. Irregular action of the tumblers. I don't have time for that. Give me another hint. Begin by experimenting with the two lockpicks, selecting them by right-clicking each other, and see what happens when you click on one of the vertical bars after you selected a pick. If you choose a vertical bar that is inaccessible to the selected lockpick, example, blocked by other vertical bars, nothing will happen. You remove the pick from a previously open vertical bar and may find that the bar moving to a closed or partially closed position once again. Before each movement of either pick, think through what you want to accomplish. Example, which tumbler you would like to depress. Then think about whether the target tumbler is fully accessible to a pick. And don't forget to count for which other tumbler may be going to react when you depress the target tumbler. You'll need to plan ahead and occasionally even allow previously jammed tumblers to become unjammed. So this doesn't really tell us anything. It's more like this is how it works, but we're not telling you what the reactions are. If I press this one, up it goes. Okay. So what do I want to do here? What if I touch this one? There you go. Look at that. Look at that. We got past the first one. And that made this one react. Who needs a hint? I don't think this is the hardest puzzle. If this is the hardest, are you close to finishing the game? We're past the halfway point. I think there's 7 chapters, and this is towards the end of chapter 4. Okay, we get it. We did it. Let's push this out of the way. Here's where the problem comes in now, because this is blocked. Okay, that sound was good. How do we lower this one? Gotta find what makes this one react. Let's do this. Let's put this one here. Let's switch to this one. Take this one. Oh, there we go. We made it. I think we did it. Possibly. Hang on. Yeah, see that? Let's try to bring this down. That's where we get stuck. Getting closer, I think. So what do we do here? No, we gotta get this one out of the way, I think. Reset it. That's the first set. That's fine. Again, we can't do anything with that particular tumbler because it forces this one to rise up and block our way. What if we... Well, we can't do that. If we open this up. Alright, we're getting nowhere fast here now. I know that this tumbler makes this one react, so we gotta find one that makes this one react. Wait. Go back there. Touch this one. What if we touch this one? Alright, I have no clue here. Get another hint at least. Don't worry, if you have to redo some tumblers, keep experimenting, watch the results, and learning more about how the picks and tumblers react, and how the regular and master tumblers interrelate. I understand that, but you may want to start with the blue section, since that's the simplest part of the puzzle. I'm assuming that the first set is blue, since they look gray on my screen. You found a video to unlock it? Permission to post link? Sure, but I have what might be the answer here. Yeah, feel free to post it. Thank you, Shade. Alright, let's take a look at the video. Is it loading? Skip to 55 seconds. There we go. Hang on. Okay. So this much we have. We have that. It closes the red, which apparently is fine according to this. Bring that up. Bring that up. Let me reset that one. Alright, this is more convoluted than I expected. So the key is always to go back to that one, because it resets the block out on the right side. Ah, okay, so when you have the forked one in the way, then you got to bring that down, then bring it back up. Well, he did that to test it, I guess. What the heck? And then you just... I think he's just guessing here. He doesn't even know. All right, let's stop there. Let's get to that point at least. Let's see if we can get there. That'll be at least a help if we can, a big help if we can do that. Okay, that's fine. We figured out. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. That seemed to have opened things up for us. somewhat. Alright, so that one moves the bottom one. So essentially never touch this one. Go in. Okay. Reset this one now. Son of a... We almost had it, I think. Oi. All right, one step closer. So what we need to do now... Stay there. You're not going to let us do that, are you? Okay. That's not locked. That's the problem. And we just screw up the bottom. And that activates that, so... Okay. I can say without a doubt, I hate this part a lot. I hate it too. I mean, this was worse than the making the cookies. Because we actually had the right recipe at one point with the cookies. And she threw it out, thinking it didn't taste good. See, but that's not locked now. Well, why should it be? The only way to lock that is to bring that up here, I think, right? Or to put that over here. No, because that's unlocked now. Screwed that up. Now it's locked. Feel like we're close. Possibly. Closer, maybe? I mean, that video up until that point certainly helped. We need to make sure this one's locked. That's first and foremost. So that's locked now. And then we lock this, right? Somehow. I was screwing everything up now. Can't lift that up because this is in the way. How do we lock that one? We bring this one down, I think, right? No, that opens that up. Now it's locked. Okay, so that locks the bottom one. The bottom gold one. That locks everything, but we're blocked. And that opens that up. Yeah, this is the worst puzzle in the game. I could see why they say it's the hardest. At least with... If you had the patience, you could figure out the cookie baking part. You could figure out what love is and the measurements and all that. And, you know, I think love ended up being either milk or eggs. You can tell by the size of the ingredients that they want you to put in what it might be. It doesn't say like 1 cup, it just says 1 piece of love or whatever it was. You knew it was an egg. This is just ridiculously hard, and I think we're just going to look up the solution at this point. I hate to do that. I really do, but... Okay, bring this down. Put that on there. That locks that. Does this lock this? Hold on. No, it doesn't. This is just living hell. Possibly? I mean, we need to push this up. If I mess with this, though, that's what happens. So... This is painful. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Bring that down. That will close that. That much we know. Alright, this is living hell. How do we do this? So let's make it so that all the yellow ones are at least where they should be. It helped, but we were trying to do it without the full video. Before I lose my godforsaken mind. Jade. Here's the video. Okay. So, where are we in the game? Are we close to this? Hang on. No, we're not. He's got all of them shut off except for this one. So let's try to get this one. If I press this, it's going to bring this one up. Yeah, I figured. No, come on. Stop messing with this one. See, that one will lock now. Video time. We'll have this figured out. Let's rewind a little. Okay, so we can get as far as this, as far as I know. To where we have just the two on that right side, the red, copper, whatever we want to call them, in that position. I think. Yeah, that's still not right, though. So, Universal Hint System says... What's the solution? So what we need... UHS. I don't think we're going to make it to the end of this because we're just wasting too much time with this puzzle today, but we'll give it our best shot. What I need is an image to go with this. I don't care about the instructions of how the lock works. I just want the solution. Can you tell me how to figure out? No. Can you explain how all the tumblers are related? I give up. Just give me the solution. You're supposed to give me a diagram. Okay, so there's the diagram. We may have to back out of this puzzle and start it all over again. So let's start it over again.
I think I'll let myself in.
This is what they call the hardest puzzle. I'll take it. Select one lock pick and the press tumbler A. That's this. That's what they have as tumbler A. Press J, tumbler A will jam. J, actually. Switch and hit B. It jams J. C and all tumblers will jam open. This is C. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Then we have J, K, L, M, N, O, P, which a couple of them are missing. So this is what I'm looking at here. I'm following this diagram. You can see. It goes to I, from A to I on the top, and J to O on the bottom. So we unjammed the blue section, even though it's gray. All right, that's out of the picture. So now we do the tan section, or gold, I call it. The press D. There you go. Then we got to do L. Tumbler D will jam. Do not switch lockpicks, but use the same one to hit E. Switch picks and press tumbler F. Ah, okay. Now we're close to it. But this is still blocked off right here, so I don't know. In the final position, press L. That turns that on. Switch picks, hit N. Now we do G, switch picks. Use the same one, depress tumbler D, then retract the pick by left-clicking on the shaft. Like that. Using the same pick, the press tumbler O. This is tumbler O. Switch tumblers and press D. Wow, we're getting there. Click on L using the same pick. Switch picks. And click on tumbler L. Using the same pick, click on L once again. switch, click on tumbler F. This will cause the entire tan section of tumblers to open. And now they're closed. We never would have figured this out on our own. Still using the same tumbler to press tumbler N. Now the switch picks and hit G and we'll jam. Switch picks, click on M. Using the same pick, click on tumbler M again. This is M. Ah, that locks that one. There's no way to do this without using a guide. Switch picks and clear the tan section by clicking on tumbler F. All tan tumblers will jam. Aren't they all? No, one is not locked. Okay. I just screwed it up. Son of a. Hold on. No! Stop that. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. So that's that. Now we gotta hit L. Press it again. We just screwed this whole thing up now. Yeah, we screwed this whole thing up. We're gonna have to try it again. This is insanity. It's complete insanity. You miss one thing, and you gotta start all over from the beginning. So again with the blue. I wish there was a way to, like, save this just for the hell of it. Save scum it. Probably be a lot easier if we did. Okay. Select one, press A. Switch, press J, that will lock A. Switch, go to B, J will jam. Switch, and hit C. Blue's done. Tan section. Beginning from the final position of solving the blue section, the press tumbler D. And then you do L to jam D. Then we hit, do not switch and hit E. Then switch and hit F. We just screwed that up. No, we did it right. We hit. Oh man, this puzzle's half the stream now. A. L. J is jammed, so then we do B. And then we switch and do C and leave them where they are. Okay, that's blue. Tan. Beginning with the final position, depress tumbler D using currently selected pick. Switch picks and depress tumbler L. Okay, now do not switch picks, but use the same one to hit E. Switch picks and then press Master F. Alright. All tumblers in the tan section are now jammed, so what do we do with red? Beginning from the final position, solve the tan section to press tumbler L using the currently selected pick. L is this one. Switch picks and the press tumbler N. That locks that. Switch picks and the press G. Using the same pick, the press tumbler D. I'm supposed to retract it. Okay. That's where I got confused last time. Still using the same pick, the press tumbler O. Switch picks and hit D. Switch picks, click on L, using the same pick, click on L once again. So we got to click on L, which is not that one. Okay, click on L. No, that was L. So we did that. Click on F. Click on F one more time. This will call the entire tan section to jam. Got it. Still using the same pick, the press tumbler N. Switch picks and they press G. N will jam. Switch picks, click on M. Using the same pick, click on M once again. On M. Really? That jams G. Switch picks and clear the tan section by clicking on tumbler F. And clicking on it once more, all tan tumblers will jam open again. So we gotta click on F 2 more times. What the hell? You suck. and then G. And we'll jam. Son of a... Alright, we just ruined it again.
I think I'll let myself in.
If there's anybody left in the channel, let's try it one more time. We've already wasted like half an hour on this puzzle. I don't understand this last part. It just... I feel like something's missing. Either that or we're doing something completely wrong. We're using one of the wrong lockpicks. So let's do A, switch, B, switch, C. The problem is that when you get the tan section done, you have to go back to it when you're trying to lock up the red section. Beginning from the initial position of solving the blue section, depress tumbler D.
Fresh victims for the ever-growing army of the undead.
Aw, guys, thank you for the follow. Nitrodamus, thank you. Appreciate it. But it's only worth something if we could finish this off. Switch and hit L. Switch and hit E. Switch and hit F. All tumblers in the tan will retract and jam open. Do not retract the picks. Okay, so we make it that far, and then it just gets out of control here. Getting from the final position of solving the tan puzzle, the press tumbler L. This is where we get messed up because we're going back to the originals. Tan section here. Okay, so we depress tumbler L using the same press tumbler L. Switch picks and the press N. Tumbler L will jam. Switch picks and hit G. Half an hour on this puzzle, at least. I was going to try to do it on my own without any hints or helps. This would have been ridiculous. Okay, so we got G. Switch picks, hit N. Using the same pick, actually, then retract by clicking on the shaft. Press D. And then we gotta retract it. This is where we lose it, I think. Then retract this, right? Still using the same pick. Press O. This is O. Switch and hit D. Switch, hit L. Hit L again. Okay. Switch picks and click on F. Use the same pick and click on F again. This will cause the entire tan section to jam once again. Got it. This might be an issue right here. Still using the same pick. Press N. This is N. Switch picks and depress tumbler G. That'll cause N to jam. Switch picks, click on Tumblr M. Using the same pick, click on Tumblr M once again. So which one's Tumblr M? This is M. See, this... That jams G. Clear the tan section by pressing F twice. So which one's F? This is F. This is where we lose it, right? Tan is jammed. Okay, so 13, using the same pick, click on Tumblr H. Is this one. And Bob's your uncle. We got it. There's only one Tumblr left, the Red Master one, so switch picks and press it. Good lord, half an hour on this puzzle? Just to get into this guy's apartment? Wow. Shade, are you still on the channel? We solved this. We're in Mark's house. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. How was your nap while I was trying to solve that? I believe you. I believe you. But we did make it.
I don't recognize the one on the left, but I certainly recognize the one on the right. Ida never told me she posed for him.
Ida's his girlfriend who he got pregnant. Of course, man. We're like Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Dr. Watson. Starsky and Hutch.
The one on the left reminds me of Frantiska. On the right side, I haven't a clue.
David Hasselhoff as Michael Knight. Kit. I'll stop right there. I couldn't sleep and leave you on the job. This guy is creepy as shit. He does some good gothic artwork, but...
Vladan on the left, and he finished Apollina. The paint is still drying.
So there's two we do not know who they are. Nope. It's got a book here. Something. The lockpicking guide. I never want to read that again. Book about occultism. Is that what we just picked up? Excerpt from the Journal of Winthrop Idolayer? No. That's not right. So what did we just pick up? Let me save it just in case the game crashes and I have to do that puzzle all over again. It might very well be. No, it's a curtain and then paint. This is like the unsolved mystery music that they had on the TV show. Oh, something's there.
Mr. Ackerman, your indiscretions are becoming too expensive to cover up. Your father is resigning as ambassador. You will be returning to America with him shortly. Get your affairs in order. Bell, U.S. Embassy.
Something about this Mark guy. Another clue. Jack the Ripper's bedroom. The survivor, Vladana, wasn't lying to me, but she wasn't telling me the whole truth either. Everybody lies. Some people lie without knowing it, some to protect themselves, some to protect someone else. Some people lie to play an angle, some people lie just for the heck of it. Vladana isn't the last category, but she isn't the first either. The Pervlaka Ripper. Talk about appearances being deceiving. Mark Ackerman's studio was a wreck, a real dive, but there's no denying the power of his talent. One or two of his paintings had an immediate reaction on me. They went straight to my gut. Well, actually a bit lower. Okay. The man himself was a bit phony with all his talk about how interesting it was to meet a detective, or maybe I'm just jealous because I'd love to trade places with him. Skolnick is a unique individual. We know he dropped the ring. The burnt orphanage. A slut nose. I hate picking up breadcrumbs, but the message of slut nose has been carved into the wood recently, which leads me to believe that the killer is playing a game. I don't really have a choice but to play along. What other choice do I have? As long as I can foresee the trap ahead, I'll be fine. I'll be Peter, the cover-up. Skolnick's name comes up. He smells a little bit worse. Yeah, the cover-up was him throwing away the ring, right? Not too happy that I'd opposed for Ackerman. That's Mark. Either. But be honest with yourself, Gus. Is that because Ackerman's a creep, or is it simply a matter of jealousy? I really have nothing to be jealous about, though. I know Ida loves me. She would never betray me. And if she posed for him before we met, well, that's none of my business. Now, I'm wondering if Ackerman is the father of the child and not Gus over here. When you start turning rocks over, all the bugs come out, and Ackerman seems to be getting creepier by the minute. Bell's telegram mentioned his indiscretions. I wonder what he meant by that. Maybe I should go pay a visit to Skolnick. He's probably the reason why the indiscretions are getting expensive. Alright. So back to the police station. See what Skolnick has to say about that. Police station was where? Right? No, that's Mark's place. Here's the police station. Wait. Is there blood on the couch? Let's take a look. In the present tense missions and chapters, we can actually use like a spray to see if there's invisible blood. Or we did at one point. But here we can't really do that. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Blood. Recent, too.
Good one, Shade. Good. We found recent blood. Alright, let's have another look. How did I not notice the blood? I think that's it. I think we have reason to accuse him as being the killer. No sign of the girl either. No. You're worried? Our little Red Riding Hood's disappeared. Let's see if we can actually have a conversation here. Go right in and talk to him. I think he's up the stairs. It's a cutscene, so.
Well, Inspector, are you satisfied with your last payment?
Yes, it's very adequate. The ambassador wishes you good luck in finding the murderer. I think that concludes our agreement. Farewell, Inspector.
My thanks to the ambassador. And as far as our murderer is concerned, well, let's just say I have the perfect man to take the fall.
Why, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's a dirty cop.
God. Wow, I never imagined this.
Now we're back in present day.
I had of your room.
Miller, what the hell are you doing here?
I imagined something more along the lines of Hellraiser.
Christ, Miller.
Sorry, I'm in shock here. I came because the prints on the bottle and the partials match at a 99% probability. Kolar seems to be our best bet.
Really?
Yes, and I thought you'd want to pick him up.
Okay, I'll meet you over there. Wait for me before taking action.
Of course I will.
Wait for me before taking action. You go back to look at the stuff? I doubt it.
Teddy and I used to be inseparable.
Oh, look at your grandfather's stuff.
Now is
the
not
teddy
the
bear.
time.
Alright. So much for that. Anything else in here we could interact with? I find the stuff that takes place in the past more interesting than the present day stuff and storyline in this. Well, let's see how they intertwine. Quick, go back to the past. We will, sure enough. Where are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to go to campus again? Or the office? What did he tell us? Pat's house. Hold on. Let's go back for a second. I mean, there's clues to be found here too. The past is supposed to help us figure out the present day. So Miller's seen my room now. Thanks, Dad. I'll have to make sure he keeps his mouth shut. It'll be all over the force and the bureau. Shouldn't be too tough to bully Miller into silence, though. Prints are a match, but I still have a hard time believing it's Kohler. Another thing I can't believe is that I'm going back to his apartment. Oh, okay. That's where we're going. We're going back to Kohler's. Let's save it. It was like, wait, where did he say to go? Okay, so Kohler is a college professor, we know that. And he was a college professor who tutored one of the victims in the present day. But supposedly he knew one of the other victims too. There's Miller's car. Present day takes place in Chicago, past takes place in Prague. The woman's no longer sitting here. There's Miller.
Hey, Miller.
Hey.
That's all he's got to say?
Hey, Vaclav, we need to talk to you. The cute agent is back.
What's the cute agent thing?
Shh. Hey, listen. Did you hear that?
What? It's probably a movie.
No, I don't think so.
Actually, I think it's from the movie Clockwork Nightmare.
Clockwork Orange, you
No
mean?
way. This is for real.
Ah, come on.
It's called Suspicion of an Officer.
Aw, man, Victoria.
Call Tate.
Oh, crap. I will. Later.
Oh my God, Miller, you were like, absolutely right. It's like a movie.
You're not funny. We could get into serious trouble.
Christ, Miller, lighten up. Let's check out his room.
See? I was right. It is Clockwork Nightmare.
Oh, it looks like nobody's home. Check out the bedroom.
This guy is twisted.
Oh, stop it.
Did you see the pictures on the wall?
Yeah, so?
Gore films, crime scene photos, porno. Need I say more?
You just described 3/4 of adolescent America. He's harmless. We're here to ask about the prince. We aren't here for character assassination. We'll leave that part to the lawyers.
So the prints from the partial prints from the body match the prints we lifted from the apartment.
Hey, we need an officer to guard a door.
So you got
I
here.
bet if I sprayed luminol all over the bed, I'd need sunglasses just to look at it. I bet if I sprayed luminol all over the bed, I'd need sunglasses just to look at it.
What does that mean? Get a roll of toilet paper. You got up on this wall.
Oh, look, it's the award winners. Bundy, Gassy, Berkowitz, Ramirez, Fish, Ridgway, and DeSalvo. Now, I've seen some pretty gross stuff during my career, but a pair of his underwear just took the #1 spot.
Ugh. What do we have here?
Various pictures of serial killer victims. 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 Various pictures of serial killer victims.
One of them has to be a hint
Various
or something,
pictures of
right?
serial killer victims. Various pictures of serial killer victims. Various pictures of serial killer victims.
Alright, I get it. They're just random pictures of serial killer victims. We don't have any items to investigate this with. That's the problem.
I think these dirty clothes have melded together to form a new life form.
More serial killer pictures?
Various articles on serial killers. I didn't know they ever made a sequel to Clockwork Nightmare.
Now, the first thing I would want to look at is his computer. And that's the one thing in this room I can't look at. What about here?
I bet if I sprayed luminol all over the bed, I'd need sunglasses just to look at it.
There's got to be something in here. What am I missing? Serial killer stories, serial killer pictures. There's nothing really in here. Is there? Yeah, nothing in the kitchen. Get to the front door. We didn't find anything here. What's this?
What's going on?
Police business, miss.
Ouch. Hello.
You must be Mia, right?
Yes, and you seem to have me at a disadvantage.
Okay, well...
I'm Agent McPherson, and this is Detective Miller. You wouldn't happen to know where Vaclav might be?
Actually, yes I do. I saw him at work. He was getting a massage or taking a hot bath, whichever.
Where do you work?
And she won't tell us.
Where do you work?
Here's my card. The address is on the back.
Can you check it out? I'll meet you over there.
Sure. Better than being ignored.
That gives us a new item or place to travel to on our map, at least.
Do you mind if I ask what you do there?
Not at all. Actually, I could show you if you'd like, because I can see all that tension in your shoulders and neck. My apartment is just a few steps away.
Thanks for the offer, but I have to decline. I really need to talk to your friend Vaclav.
Friend? Vaclav is a nice guy, but he's no friend. He's a neighbor at best. Sorry to interrupt the flow of your questioning, but can I be totally blunt here?
I'm not sure I want you to, but go right ahead.
Are you spoken for?
Oh.
Not quite what I expected, but then again, it could have been worse. To answer the question, yes, I'm spoken for.
Oh, how unfortunate.
I don't have much time to chit-chat now, but I will contact you later. I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Anytime. My offer still stands if you ever change your mind.
I'll be
Okay.
in touch.
Right. Alright, so we gotta find Vaclav. We know where he's at. Seem to have gotten another item. Here's our friend.
You call Miss McPherson?
Yes, I need you to guard the door in case Vaclav Kolar shows up here.
Description?
About 5'8", black hair, glasses, and he has a scar on his face.
Okay, I'll call in if he shows up.
All right. Thanks, Tate.
Okay. Well, since he's watching the place, let's get out of here. And let's meet up with Miller. I'm assuming he's at some kind of massage parlor, I'm guessing. Yep, it's right on our map.
I think I might have screwed up.
You didn't try your tough guy routine, did you?
I might have, yes.
What happened?
I only said that I needed to talk to one of the clients. He wouldn't let me in, so I asked him again, this time with some subtle encouragement.
You mean you flashed your badge in his face, right?
That pretty much sums it up, yeah.
Then what?
He asked for a warrant, so I'm screwed. No way we can find a judge at this time of the night and so close to the holidays.
Correction, we are screwed. But wait, I might have an idea. Stay here in case I miss Vaclav. You know what he looks like?
Yeah. Wait, what are you up to?
Just watch the door, I'll be right back.
Alright, so Miller couldn't do it. We're gonna get this done ourselves. Place is really ritzy.
Sorry, baby, but I need to see your pass.
I don't have my pass. I was wondering if you could let me in anyways.
Then y'all ain't going in. Yo must be the new girl. It always be the same old motherfucking routine. Listen, yo don't forget yo pass. Yo forget it, yo don't work.
You really can't bend the rules just for tonight?
Yo, listen up, mama. A rule is a rule. It'd be my ass if I let y'all in. I thought they'd brief you.
They did, it's just I live really far and it costs me a fortune in cab fare.
So take a cab. They pay for it. I'm sure it's not a problem.
How would it look to you if you start someplace and you're already asking for money? It doesn't make me look good.
Yeah, I see your point, but I still can't let y'all in.
We really didn't need the voice actor to be so... what's the word? So racist, I guess.
How many girls besides me?
4. Are you sure they brief you?
Yes, they did.
Oh dear, over the top? Indeed.
Do you like working here? I mean, how is it?
Yeah, I like working here. It's not bad at all. Better than where I used to work. I know about my end of things, but on your end, I have to say, y'all should all be asking one of the other girls.
Well, I gotta head back and get that pass.
Sorry about that, but I really got no choice.
I understand.
Alright, so we gotta get the pass. Racist works too? Yeah, on top of everything. Unfortunately, like...
The idea didn't work, I gather.
Yes and no. I have to see Mia and try to convince her to give me her pass. Can you stay here and watch the place in case Kolar decides to split?
Sure. Oh, so now we gotta go back.
Get me some milk bones while you're at it?
Milk bones? Let's go back. Now we have to talk to that woman. This should be interesting.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mia.
You had a change of heart?
Sort of. I need a favor.
Even better. Come on in. Hello? Yes, okay. I'll be right down. I have to go downstairs for a second. Make yourself at home.
But Mia, all I need is...
I won't be long, promise.
Oh, so now while she's downstairs, we're supposed to go find whatever it is we need, which is this
Interesting.
pass.
She has a $5,000 television, but she has a dial phone.
$5,000. This is when flat panels just first came out, right? Probably in the bedroom. What do you got?
It looks like half of an apple.
Half of an apple.
Foucault's Pendulum. Now that's a great book.
Never heard of it. Oh, okay. This is her, I guess. Seriously, where would we be able to find this item? This pass, so to speak. Gotta be here somewhere. Yeah, I'm kind of pixel hunting here, which is not what we really want to do, but... Could it be in the book itself?
Nice bed.
No, not the bed, the book. Oh, yep.
I wonder where that was taken.
Doesn't matter.
This looks like the girl whose photo we found in the body.
This looks like the girl whose photo we found in the body. Interesting.
Mia, who is this?
Oh, that's Steph. Oh, shit. I was supposed to meet her to do another portrait of her.
Where were you going to meet her?
Why? What's wrong?
Just tell me where.
At my studio, 4455 Beauregard.
Okay, I know the place.
Please, Vic,
how do you know the
what's going
place?
on?
No time to explain. Just stay here. Don't move.
All right, we may have another murder on our hand. I think that's what we're getting at here. Do this.
Give me a hell yeah! What?
Hell yeah! Friday's doing good. How's it going for you, DRS? Hope you're having a good one. Making a little bit of progress here. We had a crazy lockpicking puzzle that took forever for us to solve, unfortunately. My day is going good otherwise. So this is where we need to go. Richard's Gallery.
Hey, Richard.
Hi, honey. Ah, have you finally come to see the exhibition?
No, not really. I need you to open the gate outside. I have to get into one of the studios.
Sure, but why?
I finally have a lead in my case.
And it's in one of my studios? What's going on?
Yes. Well, it's a person who might know the killer, and she's inside. I really need to talk to her.
Okay, let's go. I would have appreciated you taking an interest in my work. Oh my God. Vic.
Shit.
Oh God.
Oh my God. No.
Mia! Wait! Shit. I have to stay here to secure the scene. Call the police and go find Mia.
Okay.
It goes well. Home already? Man, these point and clicks don't play around with cryptic gameplay. Not at all. Here's some evidence. Not at all. Is that all we need?
The rose is under the lift. I can't reach it.
The rose is under the lift. Can't reach it. Not yet, at least. Yeah, they don't play around at all. Shit. We weren't quick enough. No, we weren't, Shade. Unfortunately, we have a dead body on our hands. And this might be the next victim. Uh-oh. There's something written on the back of that too, so let's take a look.
I'm really sorry, Stephanie. I should have taken that shot. Damn it.
She's next. Wow, it won't even let me save the game here? Oh, what did I do? There we go.
It's written, a sinner's pardon.
Alright, so we have another dead person on our hands, and we have the ability, or at least possibly our next target. We have the ability to confirm that, I think. The photo apparently is the next victim. So one thing we gotta do is take this rose that's underneath that step. I wonder if this will help us do it.
The rose is under the lift. I can't reach it.
Can't reach it.
The rose is under the lift. I can't reach it.
Under the lift. We don't know yet. It's just some random person, I think. Hold on. Picture of Mia at the party. Okay, we don't know who Mia is exactly. She's next. So hold on, maybe there's another item we need. There's nothing else here, just a dead body. Let's take another look here, one more time.
The rose is under the lift. I can't reach it.
There's got to be like a button somewhere where we... Here. He's gonna put us inside the lift, though.
Can't use it. Richard left with the keys.
Left with the keys, so we're just kind of stuck here until we could get that rose out? Possibly? Hang on. What do we have? Just an ordinary chain. So we're missing like an item. Get back downstairs and see what we can do. Oh, okay. Here we go.
It's a hook, probably to lower down crates and whatnot.
We got this. No, 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 no. Come back here. There we go. That'll get the rose up. Possibly. But now it looks like we're trapped down here because there's no way out to get outside.
Browning. Who?
There you go.
Why wasn't I informed? Don't bother, I'll tell her. Okay. Agent McPherson, Miller has a Vaclav Kolar in for questioning. Why wasn't I informed of this suspect?
Because I really don't think he's relevant to the investigation.
Well, your partner seems to think otherwise. Anyway, he's waiting for you at the office.
Alright, I guess we're going to the office. Should probably talk to her.
Hey,
Coroner
sweetie.
first.
Busy now, but come back later. I'll have more for you.
Alright, we'll come back later.
Yo, Miss McPherson. Y'all don't let that asshole Browning get to you.
Alright. Back to the police station. We're gonna interrogate Mr. Kolar. Supposedly. Okay, let's get back in our vehicle. Should we go talk to our boyfriend? Is he still in there? Let's see. Sure, at least tell him we're leaving, right?
Richard,
Yeah?
is she okay?
Not really.
Okay, listen, try and comfort her as much as you can. I have to go to the office, but keep Mia here and don't let her out of your sight. Can you do that for me, please? She's important for my case.
Sure, honey. It's not a problem.
Thanks. See you later.
See you later. Alright. That puts us in good favor with him, I hope. So now I guess we interrogate the guy at the police station.
Hey, Victoria, over here. He's in there now. What happened? A new murder?
Hi, Vaclav. I believe you've met Detective Miller?
Yes. Am I in trouble or something?
Well, sort of, yeah.
I've done nothing wrong.
Can you tell me where you were 3 nights ago?
Yes, I was probably working on my thesis.
Probably?
I assume because that's all I do, or tutor students to make ends meet.
That's how you met Natalie?
Yes, I was her tutor at the university, and that's all.
Let me show you a picture of Natalie.
Here's Natalie's dead body.
Did you do that to her, Vaclav?
No, I didn't do anything to her.
It's different when you know the person, isn't it? Maybe you should reconsider how you decorate your room. Tell me how you met Natalie.
Did you drown her before eviscerating her?
I didn't do that to her.
So how did you meet her?
I saw her ad on the school bulletin board.
What about Cynthia? How did you meet her?
You killed Cynthia the same way you killed Natalie, huh?
I told you, I met her at Mia's party.
Then how come we have partial prints at Natalie's crime scene and Cynthia's crime scene that match your prints at a 99% probability?
Did Cynthia resist? Is that why you beat her up so bad?
I didn't do anything to her.
I get why Natalie would have partials of you, but Cynthia? Something doesn't fit. You hired her, right?
What?
Relax, Vaclav. I just want to know what happened between you two.
Yes, I did. I mean, yes, I hired her.
Cynthia worked at the same place where you were picked up tonight, right?
Yes. Mia and Cynthia worked there, but they didn't work the baths or do massages.
What did they do?
They worked in a special club. Only certain members have access to another room.
What is this place? A brothel?
I don't know. I never went, but I know that I saw some important people.
That's enough. You're free to go, Mr. Kolar.
Saw some important people? So we're getting out of this?
What the fuck was that?
What was that, Detective Miller?
Why are we letting him go? On what grounds?
He's definitely not a suspect. The prints are a match, but they're circumstantial evidence.
I'm out of here.
Wait, Agent McPherson.
No, you wait a goddamn minute, Browning. Prints are not circumstantial evidence, you idiot!
Actually, they are. Why they started using DNA. That's what I was told yesterday. And it is true. I don't trust the chief either. He plays by the book way too much. Just figured we check this to see if there's a message on there. Nothing else we can do here. This is where we go to check for fingerprints and whatnot, so let's get out of here. Should probably go to the basement and talk to the coroner. As soon as he says important, people suddenly, the chief comes in. Before we get names, always, of course. I don't like him either. He's very by the book. See if Claire's in here. I would have thought they would have brought
Locked.
the body here.
Claire must still be at the murder scene.
At the murder scene? Alright, so let's go back and talk to her at the murder scene. See who's in here. Last time the killer came out of here. Oh, that's it. Alright. In we go. Let's get back to her car. Go to the murder scene. Talk to her. She's there. And I think we go to the past then, although I don't know how much time we have left. So we'll try it. I'll at least get into the past. There's actually 2 more chapters left in this game, so definitely gonna finish it on next stream. Unless we get another one of those, Hell M for Murder, yeah. Unless we get another one of those lock-picking puzzles, then it should be okay. game's pretty good for what it is. I know the second game isn't the best, but we'll play it at some point as well. So, Red Lantern is not where we want to go. We want to go campus? No. Richard's Gallery there. We need to go to the back. I bet we wasted 45 minutes on a damn lock. Yeah, I wish we didn't. We probably would have been close to finishing this now. I hate when that happens. You're like making good timing and then all of a sudden, oh, a lock puzzle. That takes 5 hours to figure out. Pray to God there's never another one. I don't think there is. Between that and the cookie puzzle, let's talk to her.
Hi, Claire.
Hey, sweetie.
So what can you tell me about this one?
She died by strangulation. Look at the lesions on her neck. Like victims 4 and 5, she was eviscerated. Again, the mutilations were probably done post-mortem. But he did something completely different this time.
What's that?
He put some of her intestines in the paint buckets. I noticed she was missing some, so I looked in one of the cans. In all my years of service, I've never seen anything so grotesque. Do you think that there are 2 of them working together?
No, I don't think so. It's not common to have 2 serial killers working together. I can only remember 2 cases, the Hillside Stranglers and Lucas and Toole. No, this is the work of one man. He's changed his pattern to match someone else's. The first 3 were beaten and drowned in water. By the 4th victim, the killer started to mutilate the body by evisceration, but the cause of death was still drowning. The 5th victim was pretty much the same. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not really, sweetie. This one's hard due to all the damn paint. I'll give you a full brief later.
Okay.
What's up, sweetie? You look whiter than aspirin.
Well, I'm a little freaked out.
Okay, Claire is worried now. Talk to me, sweetie.
I've been reading my grandfather's journal. Well, it's not really a journal, more of a case memoir. Anyways, it's about a case he was working in Prague. He was hired by some local prostitutes to help stop and arrest a serial killer. My grandfather accepted freely, too. Well, to cut a long story short, the murders in Prague resemble the ones we have now. I have this eerie feeling that the killer knows my background and he's mind-fucking me.
Whoa.
You think that our killer found out about your grandfather's case in Prague and is now copying that killer's MO?
That pretty much sums it up, yes.
That is freaky. If the killer does know about your grandfather's case, why not be more blunt about it?
What do you mean?
Well, why doesn't he rub your face in it? Be more obvious about it.
He is, but I'm not picking up the signs. Like the message, disturbed sanctuary. And now this one, a sinner's pardon? He is definitely rubbing it in my face. I'm just at a loss for their meaning.
Did you remove anything from the crime scene?
No. Why?
Oh, come on now, Victoria. I know how you like to cut corners, especially when you get to a crime scene before I do. What, you think I forgot what you pulled on the Mississippi case?
No, I would never assume you would forget anything, actually. Yes, there was a photo in the victim's left hand. Also, I grabbed her work pass. Oh, yeah, I found a silver rose under the elevator over there.
So that's why I haven't found anything. Victoria, please don't do that again. Or do it, but tell me what you took before you rush off to God knows where, okay?
Promise.
Yeah, we promise.
Did you finish reading those memoirs yet?
No, but trust me, I will. I have an errand to run first.
It's a good theory, but I think you should finish reading it.
Okay, thanks for the info, Claire.
It's not much, but it's a start.
All right. We're pretty much out of here. I don't know why we could have just talked to her to begin with. There seems to be like a lot of back and forth. Like you go someplace, start talking to the witnesses, and then they send you back here. Like, she could have totally have talked to us without us having to leave and come back. That would have made more sense. At least we got to interrogate someone, sort of. So we got an errand to run. Where's the errand? Not at the office. It's not at the 5th murder scene. It's not at Pat's house. The Red Lantern? Do we have the pass to go inside the Red Lantern? What I like about this game is it records everything, dialogue-wise, and gives you notes on where you need to go, so if you do miss something, hopefully it'll let us in this time.
Not a good idea. He won't let me in unless I show him a pass.
We have the pass, don't we? That's not the pass? Red Lantern member, that's it. Really?
Not a good idea. He won't let me in unless I show him a pass.
But we have the pass. Do I need to combine it with something? Probably not. Red Lantern member. Lamination machine. You know what? We gotta go back to the police station. There is a lamination machine there. I wonder if we have to make a copy of this in order to get it with our picture on there. Alright. Let's get to the end of this chapter. Once we're at the end of it, we'll finish this up on Sunday. I mean, there's only 2 chapters left. After we finish this, I'm going to start up Half-Life Opposing Force. Half-Life has nothing to do with Still Life. But it was a request, so we're going to play it. That's the only part of Half-Life I haven't played. I played regular Half-Life on stream, and I played Blue Shift, where you play as a Barney. And Opposing Force is going to be us playing as one of the soldiers from the invading forces. Should be interesting. It's not a very long DLC. Maybe like 6 hours or so. Probably 2.5 streams. I might hold off on playing Still Life 2. Let's see how satisfied we are with the ending here. Because it doesn't really solve everything, but Still Life 2 feels the same way Siberia 3 felt, where it was just a cash grab, from what I'm reading. And it's also very bugged.
I better leave these two at each other's throats.
Yeah, let them fight with each other. Let's go to a lamination machine. I don't know if we could actually make a copy here. If not, I'm going to look it up. Man, if not for that stupid lockpick puzzle. Okay, so I take this, I put it in there. That won't work. Why not? None of this will work? That is a lamination machine.
A plastifier. This little machine can be very practical.
I hear you, Victoria, but what are we going to do with it? How do I get past the bouncer? How do I get there? Seems like he's not going to let you in without a valid pass. We have the valid pass. The bouncer will allow her to enter the club. Walk up to the bouncer until the action hand icon and select the forged pass from the inventory. So we need to forge the pass first and foremost. Seems like the fingerprint analysis is leading to suspiciously towards Kohler. This could be a good time to confront him. Go to university campus. We did all that. Click on either Miller. Blah, blah, blah. Walk into Kohler's room. It's about here. Okay, leave. Talk to Mia on the way out. Where does she shop for her clothes? There will be a new location on the Navcom in her 4x4, the Red Lantern Club. So that's where we went. How do we get past the bouncer? Initially, you can't. Where can I get a pass for the club? It's doubtful that Victoria is going to be able to hire on at the club. Get a pass that way. So what you need is a valid pass. We got that. Most likely source is someone who works there. After the initial failed attempt to enter the club, Victoria tells Miller that she needs to talk with Mia about getting into the club. Go back to the university campus and talk to Mia. When she leaves the apartment, that would be an opportune time for Victoria to look around a bit. Alright, we got all this. Talk to Mia once again to learn about Stephanie, who works at the club. Did all that. Go to the gallery, find a dead body, blah, blah, blah. First, you need to find a pass. We got that. I know where the pass is. A photo ID is going to require a photo of Victoria. Where can I find a photo of Victoria? There are a couple of places to look for a photo of Victoria. Think about where you might likely expect to find a photo of someone in her apartment. Close relative, another might be in the possession of a close friend, particularly the opposite sex. We go to her father's apartment. Check the downstairs level thoroughly. Make sure you have visited the dining room area off the kitchen. Alright, so first things first, we need a photo. This is going to be one of those goose chases trying to get this pass done, but once we have the pass, we're in. Oh, I didn't realize you could... The cutscenes. Okay, I get it. At least in the elevator you could end them quicker. Alright, we got this. Let's do this whole sequence now. Pat's house.
I haven't played in years. I probably suck now.
Okay, that's not where we need to go. We need to go to the dining room. I think this is it. There's got to be a photo of us on the wall. Somewhere? Anywhere? Oh no. Oh, I thought he was like crumpled over dead.
Dad?
Yes?
Playing Mr. Fix-It?
Oh, the damn thing is broken again.
Dad, call someone. The reason why it breaks all the time is because you fix it. Just call a professional.
I know what's wrong this time. You wouldn't understand, Pumpkin. It's a guy thing.
So how are the cookies?
Just like Mom used to make.
I'm happy you like them. I'll have a bite later.
It took us almost an hour to make those cookies.
Have to make more.
No, I ain't making more.
You ate them all already?
Yes.
Jeez, Dad, you could have let me have at least one.
Well, you know, when I get started, it's hard to stop.
Great. My dad's a cookie junkie. Why did you let Miller upstairs?
I called you 3 times. I got tired, so I let him up.
Yeah, but Dad, he saw my room, Dad.
What's wrong with that?
You do know I work with cops. I'll never hear the end of it.
Officer Miller seems like a nice guy.
He is, Dad, but he has a cop sense of humor.
Are you off again?
Yes, I have to go meet up with him. I'll drop by again later to make more cookies. No thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm not baking
Okay,
cookies
sweetheart.
anymore.
See you soon.
If
Bye,
I have to
Dad.
bake those cookies one more time. I mean, we know the recipe now, but... I flush the game down the toilet if I have to do that again. Between that and the lockpicking, I never want to do either. Let's go back into the kitchen. There's a dining room back here. We're not cooking, that's for sure. We just need a picture of ourselves. Here. Here it is. There's stuff to look at on the table. There you go. That helps.
Thought he was going to change these chairs. Each time I sit in one, it doesn't feel like I'm eating, but ruling a small country.
Alright, so we got the picture. Combine Stephanie's valid club pass with the current picture of yourself to forge the ID. It would require being able to cut Stephanie's picture from her club pass, drop Victoria's picture to the correct dimensions, and lament it into Stephanie's pass. Well, we know what a laminator is. Where would Victoria find the tools to do this? You've probably explored Victoria's office. You should recall seeing a few helpful things on the desk in the upstairs office. Turn to the office and go upstairs to where Victoria and Miller have their desks. Alright, that we pretty much know. I would have thought to look in the toolkit that the father had. But of course, that's not going to help. Let's at least make this pass, if we can. This casual jog just doesn't do it for me. Still gets around a little better than Kate from Victoria. Kate from Siberia. Please, Victoria.
Friendship.
Stuck Thread. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you too. Alright. Let's get this picture made. Certainly she has stuff. She needs a pair of scissors. That's basically it, or her X-Acto blade. There's going to be enough in her office to be able to do this, I hope. So who's watching a Mortal Kombat movie this weekend? I can't wait. I know it's going to be mindless fun, but still. I think my wife is more psyched about it. She's like, we gotta watch it. I'm like, okay. I don't expect much going in, but... Oh, the file. These are all the murder victims, unfortunately. Have anything at Miller's desk? We just have stuff in the corner here. Not you, Shade? No interest? I mean, there's really nothing else to watch at this time other than the Godzilla movies, so I'll give it a chance, but... So there should be items here to cut this photo with. Oh, the paper cutter. There we go. Do it.
It's a paper cutter.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that looks good enough to put on the ID. Let's combine the two. Maybe we gotta do it over here.
A plastifier. This little machine can be very practical. That won't work.
Combine the two?
That won't work.
There's gotta be a way to do this. Let's take this, combine it with that. Maybe we gotta combine it with the ID itself. We plastify this.
That won't work.
That won't work. But I can't combine this with the tape. No, right? Absolutely nothing we could do here. Combine them. Victoria's picture cut down to size.
That won't work.
I'm liking it so far. It's had some tough puzzles, but we were able to get around them, obviously, with a little bit of help here. And Shade Yossi has given me some good tips as well. It's not a bad game. I like it a lot better than the first game, Postmortem, which had a good story. It just wasn't executed that great. This is definitely a better game, and it does refer to that particular game. You could play this without having to play that. But it's not bad for a point and click. It's not bad at all. Where can I get the pass for the club? Yeah, we've already done that. How can Victoria create the valid pass? We've done everything. Check in the desk to the left of where? I mean, there's some things that are really obvious, and then there's some other things that are not. Claire's desk, so we have to go all the way downstairs. Hang on. There's something here that we didn't see, right? Check Claire's desk in the left. So this is Claire's desk in the left. With the paper cutter, the laminator, note the action hand in the upper left-hand corner when Victoria is near the paper cutter. We did that. Select Stephanie's pass and click the use button to see Victoria use the paper cutter. So yeah, we already did that. Our own picture. Combine the crop photo with the new photoless club. Oh yeah, you're right, Shade. You're right, Shade. I gotta cut out this photo. That's the problem.
It's a paper cutter.
Yeah, we got it. Or isn't she destroying the ID by doing this? There we go. So now that we combine them, there we go. All right, now all that's left is to laminate it. There we go, look at that. Perfect. Okay, so we have an ID. Now where do we go? We go back to where our friend is. And we try to get into the club. If we can get into the club the way it is now, there's a lot to be done in this still, in this chapter. This is a long chapter. The other ones were a lot shorter. Let's make sure we get in the club, and then we'll call it. I'll be back on Sunday to continue this game. Hopefully we finish it on Sunday. If we do, we'll start Half-Life. No relation to this game. Half-Life Opposing Force. The only part of Half-Life I haven't played yet. Could be interesting as a shooter. We got pretty far here. Could have gotten further if not for that lockpick puzzle. But what are we going to do? Alright, let's make sure we get in. Gonna take the elevator upward. A lot of cutscenes waste a lot of time in this game, but it's fine. After this, we have 2 more chapters. One that takes place in the past, and then one where we actually solve the murder, hopefully, here. But he should let us in now.
Not a good idea. He won't let me in unless I show him a pass.
And you can't tell me this is not the right pass. There we go. All right, we're in. So we got a lot of places to look at. I don't know exactly what we're looking for here. I guess something that ties in our suspect with the killer. So we're going to close it here. Thanks for everybody who hung out. I'm going to change this up. We're going to raid somebody next. Actually, let me save the game before we do this. My luck, it'll crash and we'll have to do all that over again. Because I haven't saved it in a while. There we go. We're making progress. Shade, thank you for your spoiler-free hints. I appreciate it. Next stream will be this Sunday. Sinitar, thank you again for the generous raid. Everybody who followed, appreciate it. I'm Nix242, retro and variety streamer. We do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:45, and Sundays at 1:30. That's when I'm on. Now we're changing it up. Sometimes I forget to change the thank you screen because I just jump on so quickly. Everybody who was here today, have a great Friday. DRS, thank you for the host. Everybody else who hosted, thank you as well. Got some good follows. Stuck Thread, thank you for following. Nitrodamus, Herxina, Jeff KPX, One Angry Up. See who's on. We'll raid someone. Please stay for the raid. Pay it forward. I don't know who's on right now. So we'll come back on Sunday. We'll finish this up, hopefully. A little Still Life, and then we'll play Opposing Force after. Geez, who's on? Scurvy Dave Crusades playing Prey. All right, he's had a hard time with this game, so let's go give him a hard time for playing it like a shooter. I think that's what's happening here. Good night, everyone. Have a good weekend if I don't see you. Otherwise, I'll see you Sunday, if not on your streams. Take it easy. Have a good night.